quality, huge issue. I think if the first revolution, which is the white revolution, was about quantity of milk, as in making more and more milk available, I think the second phase of white revolution should be around quality, right? It's not just fat and SNF content, but the bacterial counts and a lot of other stuffs. I'm not technically qualified to comment on that, but I think quality has to go up multiple times, and that's where you need to capture a lot of data on, there are areas in the country which are high on adulterants. If I start talking about it, I think half the crowd will stop drinking milk, so I won't get there. But yeah, it's very scary, urea and liquid hydrogen and blah, blah, blah. But thankfully there are enough devices to measure, to figure it out, right? And it boils down to the question, who's going to pay for this innovation, right? And I think Subhadip pointed out correctly, if you're selling milk 100, 200 rupees a liter, you're probably a $1 million company at best. But I think there are enough consumers, and I always say probably it's so, for a country of almost 140 crore people, you really can't have a black and white situation, right? I believe there are probably 15-20% consumers, which is a significant size of the population, is willing to pay some premium. The question is, can you build that trust with the consumer? And likes of Country Light, Akshakalpa, Sid's Farm have demonstrated that, right? So I think that is where the challenge is. How do you build, like, for example, organic food is a great example. Why it could not take off? Because that trust never happened. Those claims were never justified, and consumer ended up paying 2 times the price, etc. So I think that trust has to be built with the consumer. It could be 10% premium, it could be 20% premium. We have seen those kind of price points in the market already. So I think that is where my hope is, that